Meeting the crew, who are, my gosh, are they knowledgeable. Nice to be back here and they get to explain it, not just, in go mode, like on the day of an accident. Today was a celebration, came full circle. It really is ultimately it's been a long journey. So August 19th, 2018, I broke my neck in a diving accident on Oneida Lake at my family camp. My cousin Jenna was getting ready to go away to school. We were having a sending off party for her. And I just gotten down to the camp and I was hot, food was getting ready, so I wanted to take a quick dip in the lake and cool down. And I dove in and just caught the bottom funky with my neck and proceeded to lay in the water doing the dead man's float. And my cousin Jenna was on the dock. She thought I was, fooling around in the water, kind of being funny, and which I had been known to mess with her a little bit. She swam out to me and kind of flipped me over, brought me back to the dock, and then, raised the alarm saying, we need to call an ambulance. He's broken his neck, and I was shaking her off saying, no, I'm fine. And at this point, I want to say they're floating me on life jackets, and she's saying, wiggle your toes. And I said, I am. She said, no, you're not. So they called an ambulance. And,
Central 2 for the scene, launch request, North Bay, Oneida County. Run number 181374.
Central 1 for the launch.
Ambulance came and then drove me to the fireman's field in North Bay. That's when I met up with Mercy Flight. I remember coming on the stretcher and looking up and just seeing the blades rotating and feeling like the wind from either the blades or just the wind in general. Just remember feeling it, across my face, especially still being wet. But then, they got me onto the helicopter and we started our ascent to upstate. From there, it felt, the whole time I was in the helicopter, it felt like an eternity, but also as soon as we were taking off, we were landing. It's weird how time is distorted, and then all of a sudden you're landing and into a whole new world, the hospital. The biggest things that stood out for me was loading onto the helicopter, very friendly, informative, and professional staff taking care of me. I felt like I was in good hands, but I was also very scared. But they alleviated some of that by making me feel comfortable, safe, and like I was in good hands. Mercy Flight is something, grew up knowing about in the area. You'd see the helicopters, maybe do sign of the cross, wish them good luck. But outside of that, you didn't really give it a second thought. It's just a black and red helicopter flying through the sky with some poor soul riding and holding on.
It's stories like Gavin's that make me want to do this job, that get me out of bed every day. So when we go to a call, we're going to the most critical incidents, the most severe traumas. When you're calling a helicopter, it's because it's a really bad day, and that's what we see every day. We're seeing things that are really difficult to see. I'm going to people that really need help. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They need us there, and it's really important that we're there. I'm really grateful that we're there to do the job. If something were to happen to me or my family, I really want good people there, and it's tough to see people that really need our help. We're going out there in the community and helping, and it's only through donations that we can do that. It's really important and critical that our service exists, that we can keep going.
We live here in upstate New York. We have all sorts of different weather, and we're surrounded by the Adirondacks and the foothills thereof. Going from A to B is not always a straight line or a direct route. And having the ability to get into the air and to shorten a journey that's could be an hour down to 10 minutes via helicopter, minutes matter. It's an incredible service for this area. Until you've used it or you're close to someone who has, depended on it, it's in the back of your mind. I always thought it was government funded. And to find out that it's donor funded that's incredible, that it's all funded by the community. That's a testament to the community right there. It shows how important the service is. But without the donors, I fear that a lot of people would be significantly worse off and potentially not here. It is life or death. when it comes down to it. For anybody that's a donor out there, I just got a tour of this helicopter, and I can't believe the amount of things that they pack into it. They have something for everything, and then they have 3 more variations of that just in case option A and B don't work. And without the donors, maybe you just have option A and that doesn't work and someone ends up worse off because of it. Without the donors, there's no way it would exist. And I say thank you. For the donors that have yet to become donors, every time you look up and you see a helicopter, whether it's a news flight or a Mercy flight, think of these guys, because they make a world of difference in somebody's life. And it could be you, could be your husband, could be your son. Without it, I don't know as if I would be here doing this interview. If you haven't met somebody that's gone through a Mercy flight experience or close thereto, we, the survivors of traumatic events, are so thankful, so grateful for this service, and we would not be where we are without it.